This young boy was born in Malawi, one of the poorest countries in Africa. Malawi is a country that has been facing a future overshadowed by hunger, poverty, potential begging, and perhaps hard labor on plantations for less than $1 a day for ages. However, his life took an extraordinary turn when Madonna, one of the wealthiest and most renowned singers globally, adopted him 17 years ago. He moved from the dire circumstances of Malawi to a life of luxury in a mansion in London. Hasn't this made you curious about how his life has unfolded since then and what he looks like today? If yes, stay tuned for the answers, because in this video we'll highlight insights into how his life took a sharp turnaround when Madonna and his husband adopted him. But before we delve into his story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. Let's begin. Being born in Malawi is considered a significant misfortune due to the harsh realities faced by its population. More than 2/3 of the people live in extreme poverty, surviving on less than $1.90 a day. The dire circumstances force some families to make heartbreaking decisions, such as abandoning their children to orphanages, where at least they can receive basic sustenance. This was the fate of David Banda, a young boy whose mother succumbed to AIDS shortly after his birth, followed by the loss of his 3 siblings to the same disease. Unable to provide for him adequately, his father, a struggling farmer growing onions and cabbages, made the difficult choice to give him up to an orphanage, as food scarcity within the family meant not everyone could be adequately nourished. Additionally, David's father had remarried and started a new family, making it difficult for him to visit David or bring him home. Consequently, David had lived in an orphanage since he was 2 weeks old. The first 13 months of David's life were marked by adversity. He battled malaria and tuberculosis, and none of his extended family members had visited him since his arrival. Only a stroke of luck intervened for this young boy. In 2006, Madonna, the superstar singer, noticed the 13-month-old infant. At that time, Madonna, 48 years old, was married to film director Guy Ritchie and had 2 children, Lourdes and Rocco. With immense wealth and having achieved extraordinary success, Madonna had long been dedicated to charitable endeavors. In 2018, Forbes estimated her net worth at $590 million and ranked her 26th among America's wealthiest self-made women. In 2006, she traveled to the impoverished African nation of Malawi and established the charitable organization Raising Malawi. During a visit to the Home of Hope orphanage, she encountered a 13-month-old boy named David. Moved by an instant connection, the singer decided to adopt him. Madonna's spokeswoman, Liz Rosenberg, described it as love at first sight, while a witness noted the overwhelming joy on her face, comparable to the moment of her own children's births. Despite knowing that David had a biological father and the complexities of foreign adoption in Malawi due to unclear laws, Madonna was undeterred. Although experts suggested she adopt a child from countries like Kenya or Ethiopia where procedures were more straightforward, Madonna was captivated by little David and determined to navigate any challenges for his sake. She initially met with the boy's biological father to discuss his life and his views on David's adoption. David's father, Yohane Banda, agreed, believing it would be in the boy's best interest. He then came forward to speak to the Associated Press. "I am David's father, and I am happy because, as you can see, there is poverty in this village, and I know he will be well cared for in America." At that moment, the issue seemed to be resolved, and Madonna could now enjoy a happy life with her adopted son in her luxurious mansion. However, things were far from being simple. According to Malawi's national laws, a foreign adopter must reside in a country for at least 18 months. Madonna did not fulfill this requirement, leading to a significant scandal. The media accused her of using her celebrity status to avoid Malawian regulations and expedite the adoption process. Following this, human rights groups in Malawi threatened legal action against the singer and her husband for violating local adoption regulations. Madonna expressed fear of losing David, candidly discussing her concerns on the Oprah Winfrey Show. "I understand that gossip and negative stories sell newspapers, but I'm disappointed because it discourages others from doing the same." The scandal intensified when David's biological father unexpectedly voiced opposition to his son being permanently taken abroad. It was unbelievable to Madonna. She was sure of the fact that the media had extracted those words from him, manipulating him to say what they needed. "They have spun a completely false story," Madonna asserted. Subsequently, Banda's father acknowledged being harassed daily by human rights activists urging him to support their legal case. Despite this pressure, Yohane Banda remained steadfast in his agreement with Madonna and her husband. Only 2 years later, in 2008, the adoption process was completed. This marked a moment when young David Banda transitioned from one of Africa's poorest nations to a lavish mansion in London. Since then, his life has been one to envy, not only because of the luxurious lifestyle he enjoys, but also due to the presence of a large and loving family. Despite losing his biological mother, David gained a new maternal figure. At the age of 4, he reunited with his biological father in Malawi, with Madonna candidly revealing his true parentage. However, it seemed unlikely that David harbored a desire to return to his homeland, as he had already embraced his new family. Yohane Banda did not contest the situation or attempt to reclaim his son. Instead, he showed gratitude to Madonna for rescuing and providing a better life for David. Despite her busy schedule, Madonna has always cherished and admired her son. She once wrote on her Instagram, "David Banda, I cannot believe you have grown into this young man, this artist, this athlete, this articulate and charismatic human. Who knew, when I met you at Home of Hope Orphanage in Malawi, drinking Coke out of a baby bottle and wearing no diaper, that you would become this force of nature." David has grown up sharing many similarities with his famous mother. He enjoys singing and performing on stage, often clad in bold and occasionally controversial outfits. On several occasions, he has even donned women's dresses, a choice that might shock people in his native Malawi, but is easily afforded when your mother is Madonna. David delights in surprising audiences and finds joy in having it, something his mother fully supports. Madonna frequently shares his performances on her Instagram, always expressing pride in her son. Despite recently turning 17 years old, David maintains a strong bond with his adoptive mother. He shares her passion for singing and dancing, and they both have appeared together on stage multiple times. In 2015, he attended the Rebel Heart Tour, where they performed Like a Prayer together. They also graced the red carpet at the 2014 Grammy Awards. David accompanies his mother to social events and enjoys engaging with the press. However, unlike aspiring to be a popular singer, David's true passion lies in soccer. He dedicates himself to building a career in sports. In an interview with Vogue magazine, Madonna revealed that Banda shares a strong resemblance with her, even more so than her biological children. "I feel like he gets me. He has more of my DNA than any of my other children so far," she expressed. The bond between mother and son is evident in their affectionate gestures and quality time spent together. Their story illustrates that true parenthood is defined by the love and nurturing given to a child, rather than solely by biological ties. Thanks for watching this video. What are your thoughts on this perspective? Feel free to share in the comments. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up.